We started today, finale day, with Garcelle's announcement that she was departing from the show. Thoughts on that announcement? Ladies. You have no thoughts on it? Neither of you?
Erica, say something.
You say something. You say something.
Look,
Won't he do it? Ooh, and that's an inside joke.
Okay. Well, look, I am disappointed
Okay.
that she is departing like this. I wish that she would have stuck around to work out another season.
Okay. Well, I think the viewers are probably saying departing like what? You mean after the reunion?
Yeah, after the reunion.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, you were there. Did you?
I know.
Well, I also, like, when we were at the reunion, and I know that she was upset, and obviously we've known that she's quit for 2 weeks, okay? We knew this. But when you were there, I didn't understand.
You knew that she quit. I didn't know that she quit for 2. When she left
history.
No. When she left the reunion, I wasn't totally sure. She and I had a conversation here last week.
But she did not take the cast photo with her.
Right. That is true.
So,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
that is a clear indication that I am leaving.
Hello, y'all. Y'all may have noticed, normally I start my videos out. Hey guys, welcome to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. Thank you so much for watching. And now I've said it. I had to start out with that playing so that y'all can know the mood that I'm in. In case you don't know, that was Erika on Watch What Happens Live with Boz, and Andy brought up Garcelle's announcement of her leaving the show. And Andy says, what do you think about her leaving the show? And it gets silent. And then Boz says, say something, Erika. And then Erika says, you say something. And then Erika Jane says, won't he do it? Number one, that's not how we say it. Won't he do it? We say it as it's one word. Won't he do it? It is a colloquialism within the Black community. For those of you that don't know, when we say, won't he do it? That means he did something, God, that we were asking for. If I say, oh my gosh, I was praying that my video would hit X amount of views, and it did. Won't he do it? My daughter was praying. We prayed that she would score high on her history exam. She did. Won't he do it? Woo, Lord, I needed something in the late night hour, and he came through. Won't he do it? It's a colloquialism in our community. When I heard Erika say, won't he do it? I knew that whoever taught that phrase to her, Boz, didn't tell her that she needed to make it sound like one sentence. Also, let's put it in the context of Erika saying, won't he do it in its context. Andy, they're talking about Garcelle leaving the show. What do you think about Garcelle leaving the show? So if somebody asked me, Taria, what do you think about Garcelle leaving the show? And I wanted her to leave. I had been praying for her to leave. I had been talking about wanting her to leave. I may say, won't he do it? So between her saying that in that moment, after that question, and the look on Boz's face, like, girl, you really, because Erika said it's an inside joke. Inside to who, baby? Because the people that look like Boz know what that means. So as hard as you try to be, you are not on the inside either, Erika. So when Andy asked them what they thought about Garcelle leaving the show, if you go back and watch, I didn't want to play it because I didn't want to play the clip so y'all could see it because I didn't want YouTube to flag me. when he says, what do y'all think about Garcelle leaving? And I know y'all listen to it, but I'm saying it this way for it to paint the full picture. What do y'all think about Garcelle leaving? It's a Black woman and a white woman that he's asking this question to. A white man is asking this question to a Black woman and a white woman. And Boz says, say something, Erika. Erika parrots the way she says something back. You say something. Did y'all notice that? Boz said, say something, Erika. You say something. Boz goes to talk, and Erika says, won't he do it? Girl, even if I liked you, it wouldn't have landed that way. Even if I agreed with you, which I don't, it wouldn't have landed because we don't say, won't he do it again? It's one word for the people who use it. So she says, won't he do it? And then says, it's an inside joke. And the look on Boz's face lets you know Boz wasn't expecting her to throw that out there like that. Get ready, Boz, because there's a high probability that that's going to happen a lot next season to you. She says it's an inside secret, which tells me, again, Erika said, won't he do it in the context of Garcelle not being on the show anymore. That tells me that Boz and Garcelle had conversation. I mean, Boz and Erika had conversations about Garcelle not being on the show. Because once they got their wish, Erika says, won't he do it? And then Boz just sat there skinning and grinning right along with it and gave us a word salad for an answer. She thought it was funny. I want to go down. Erika talks about, we've obviously known she's quit for 2 weeks. If you watch Kempire's video, he talked about how he had got that tea, that Garcelle quit at the reunion. Erika says, we knew this. Andy kind of looks like, well, basically he didn't know. And Erika says, when she left the Andy says, when she left the reunion, I wasn't totally sure. She and I had a conversation here last week. So that means when Garcelle went on Watch What Happens Live last week, she had already quit. Erika says, but she did not take the cast photo with us. So this is a clear indication that I'm leaving. What did Boz say again? Because I want to go back to what Boz said. This article that I'm reading from Reality Blurb is funny because they say Erika added, won't he do it? Seemingly suggesting that Garcelle's departure was of God's doing, as she also admitted she and Boz had an inside joke about the topic. Boz talks about how she wishes that Garcelle had not left like that. Let me go back and say, I'm going to go back. Because I was trying to find exactly what Boz says. I'm going to go a little further, though. They also talked about, a caller talked about, they spoke about Erika, and they said Erika called Garcelle boring. Erika says, I did not call her boring. I said, I wish you were more interesting. Listen, in the world I live in, you got to spit it plain. And she says, she shared her own personal life. My husband went to jail, honey. I lost my home, my family, everything I own. I'm currently being sued. I was like still am, terrible legal jeopardy. Haven't I shared? It's the truth. Then she says, you're going to have to do more than buy a beach house in Bakersfield. Trying to throw shade at the fact that Garcelle bought a beach house where she bought it. And Boz is laughing. And I would expect more from someone that just lost their home, one of their homes in a fire. Like, hey, we're not going to do that. Garcelle worked really hard for her home, even if you didn't mean it. But to say, and I'm just going to say it because I'm a Black woman, okay? And I told y'all last time I did a video, I'm very protective of our Black women on these shows. As a Black woman, I would have loved for you to have said, hey, we're not going to do that, you know, because any other time we're talking about Blackness, right? Hey, listen, that Black woman worked hard for that house. So I don't care if she bought it in Cucamonga. Kudos to Garcelle for buying that beach house and redecorating an entire beach house, not just buying a couch and redecorating a room. Oh, child. Y'all, somebody is calling me. Y'all, somebody was calling me on Instagram. They must have done that. They clearly did that by mistake. Anyway, y'all, why is my Zoom notification is literally going off for this meeting that I'm in? It's trying to calm me down. She says you're going to have to do more than buy a beach house in Bakersfield. Let's be clear. Last season, we got a little bit more of it, but the past 2 seasons, we got Erika's life because it was played out in the news. So they had no choice but to talk about it. And Erika really didn't talk about it. We read about it. But if you want to give her that, okay, cool. You shared your life. Garcelle has talked about her son, how he was addicted to substances. She's talked about the divorce that we've read about in the papers. Shared about her son. Remember when her son was online bullied and racists came at him, trolls, because of something that happened on the show. She shared that. The only thing she didn't want to do was have her son didn't want to film this season, and she agreed because he actually still filmed after that. She's talked about her dating life before, shared who she was dating on the show before because she was dating at that time. I think Garcelle's been pretty open about what's going on. And let's be clear, we need to stop thinking that all these reality stars, if a fire is not burning in their life, then they don't have something going on. At least she's showing and has shown what has actually gone on in her life. And for you to try to reduce her accomplishment of being able to buy her home where she's at now and then buy a beach home and renovate tear it to the ground and build it back up. For you to try to minimize that by saying she got to do more than buy a house in Bakersfield when you're trying to launch the Casita Collective and pick out things for your casita. The absolute unmitigated gall of this lady to try to downplay another woman with her accomplishments. And again, Boz sat right there and laughed. After she's lost a home in a fire, you know how huge of an accomplishment. And as Boz talked about how it was hard to buy in the area that she bought in as a Black woman. And she had to go through all these things, jump through all these hoops. Boz has talked about that. And you sat next to this white woman and laughed with her, making the joke about her buying a home in Bakersfield. Are you crazy? Erika has a way of, I don't even know how to phrase it. Because I'm trying to be respectfully disrespectful. Because I can't go all the way disrespectful. I don't want to shock any of y'all. Let me just go into some more stuff. On the Watch What Happens Live after show. Oh, actually, let me do this. She called out her rose and thorn of the season. My rose was Boz. I think you found someone that really gets it and is accomplished and is a good person. She's talking to Andy. I think you, meaning the show, found someone who's accomplished and is a good person. Her thorn is Garcelle. I just really wish you'd have stuck it out. I know that I've been catty tonight. I know you'll do well, but I kind of wish it stuck it out. So your thorn is that Garcelle left the show. Your thorn is that Garcelle didn't stick it out. The same woman who, when Andy asked you how you felt about her leaving, you said, won't he do it? Now it's your thorn that she left and that she stuck it out. What was there for her to stick out? Garcelle has never held back from confronting you on anything, from asking the questions that the viewers want to know and that she wants to know. She's never held back. So what was there for her to stick out? Another round of y'all coming at her next season? And from what I'm seeing thus far, I haven't seen the reunion, but Sutton not having her back the way she's had Sutton's all these years. What exactly did you want her to stick out? I'll wait. What exactly? You don't even know. At this point, I believe she was saying it to try to get ahead of how it may have came off. You know, sometimes you'll say something and then you'll think about it later and be like, oh, I was in the moment. You weren't being catty. You told the truth, but it just popped out of your mouth. That won't he do it just popped out. And now we know the conversations that you and Boz were having about Garcelle. Later on the after show, Erika was asked if she was closer to Kyle or Dorit after the reunion. I'm close with both of them. And here's what's interesting. I knew they were both going through very tough times, and I tried to remain as neutral as possible throughout the whole thing. And then also, too, when it's time to excuse myself, it's time to excuse yourself. You can't stay in the middle for too long. They have to work it out. When it's time to excuse yourself, it's time to excuse yourself. When it's time to get up from the table, it's time to get up for the table. And Garcelle knew for her, it was time for her get up from the table. I'm saying that. Then she gushed over her newfound friendship with Boz. We've become friends, and I really enjoyed the fact that we've been able to grow that. You can't be friends with everybody right away. That's an impossibility. So we have things to explore. What I sincerely hope is that Boz doesn't get a taste of what they did to Garcelle. And I'll be fair, even Sutton, sorry, y'all, what they did to Garcelle and Sutton and locking them out of the Fox Force 5. I hope that she doesn't experience that. I hope that it doesn't come out that they used you, Boz. Let's go to what Boz had to say after Garcelle left. Boz posted a post today, 6 hours ago. And it was what? A 10-page slide. And on the 9th page, there's a picture of her and Garcelle. In case you haven't seen it, let me show you. Y'all see it? Let's read it together. To Garcelle, for your pioneering bravery and grace in 5 seasons of RHOBH, well done. I wish we'd had more time together on this platform to continue showing the world that both of us can exist in the same space with different offerings and different opinions and besties, but still find a way to resolve our differences without tearing the world apart, and that we're able to shine bright together and individually too. You are leaving on your terms, and while I'm disappointed by your exit, it is commendable. I'm wishing you even greater success. Onward. With respect, always, Boz. I'm disappointed by your exit. Garcelle was the first. And like you said, she pioneered the way for another Black woman or woman of color to be on the show. Let's be clear. And as a Black woman who, I know you've seen the show, I know you watched the show, so we're not going to act like, because a smart businesswoman would have done her research and watched the show before getting on. You know the things that she went through between her castmates and viewers with her being the first Black woman. And I'm disappointed by your exit. Now I'm sad that you're leaving. Now I wish you were going to be here with me on this ride, because you don't mean any of it. Because let's go back to, won't he do it? That's an inside joke. In context to Andy asking about your thoughts on her exit. Erika then already spilled the beans and let us know. Clearly, y'all have conversations about it. When she said, I wish we'd had more time together on this platform to continue showing the world that both of us can exist in the same space with different offerings and different opinions and besties. We would have been able to see that. We definitely would have been able to see that. I'm going to say, for me, we have not seen the reunion, but from the different Black women that have come out and called into Kempire's channel when he talks about Beverly Hills and have spoke about their experiences with Boz in the workplace, in terms of how she's always saying she rides for Black women first. She has an allegiance to Black women, and more than one Black woman saying that's not my experience with her in corporate America. I don't find it hard to believe, after just watching her sit next to Eric. I feel like you have to make a person comfortable enough to say things around you about somebody else. And I feel like, based on, this is just my thought, they had to have conversations, Boz and Erika, for Erika to feel that comfortable. I feel like, won't he do it? That's an insight. Y'all, I'm never going to let up off of that, because the nerve, like the nerve. And then for Erika to say she's disappointed that she left and Watch What Happens Live because you were being catty. Girl, you were the one drunk, wobbling on 2 feet, could barely keep it together, talking about you don't give a F about anybody else but yourself. The nerve. The nerve. Like, y'all don't even understand the reserve with which I am bringing this video, because for me, it is just disappointing. And then let's forget the Erika of it all, because those of you who've been with me before I was even doing YouTube, but doing the podcast, y'all know I've never seen it for Erika. She's had her moments, but when she first stepped on the scene, the people loved the drip, the Ice Queen. I ain't never seen it for her. It was my wish for Boz and Garcelle to get along. And I can say, yeah, they're 2 Black women on this show. And we know how, when Black women are dropped on these white casts, we know how not only their castmates, but viewers, like, that's a heavy load for them to carry. I can't even imagine, right? So yeah, I was hoping they get along. But if they didn't get along, if they fought about stuff, if their personalities didn't mesh, so be it. Because some of the white women, their personalities don't mesh, and nobody gives them any grief. My issue is when it comes down to things like this Black woman clearly teaching a white woman, won't he do it? And laughing and kikiing about another Black woman owning a home in Bakersfield. That's when I have a problem with it. And that's when it saddens me to see this. And from what we've heard, is that there's an argument that happens that was between Sutton and Boz, and they somehow turn it around and make Garcelle the problem. And Boz kind of makes it like as a Black woman, you should have defended me type thing. Even if that's the case and Boz felt that way, let's just say she did. You then fast forward, come to Watch What Happens Live and laugh and kiki. When I tell you, I am so disappointed. And again, it makes me feel that the stories that we've heard from other Black women that worked with Boz in the corporate world are true. We're definitely going to have to wait and see what happens at the reunion, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to have my stiletto on everybody's neck if I don't feel right, if I feel a way about what they're saying. And if it happens the way they're reporting it, and Boz is trying to turn something around on Garcelle, when Garcelle has been experiencing microaggressions since she got on the show, I'm gonna have my heel on her neck too. Y'all, I cannot believe that I watched that on that's what played out on Watch What Happens Live. I really can't. It was like sickening to me. Girl, you live in somebody's garage and you got in the back of somebody's house and you got the nerve to talk about you got to do more than buy a house in Bakersfield. For who? To impress you? To impress you. Girl, you ought to be asking me for a couple shekels so you can redesign your whole home and not just wallpaper and a couch. Like the absolute gall. You went from patting the puss to coveting Jennifer Tilly's crocodile jewelry holders. The nerve of you to think that anybody should care that you wished that Garcelle hadn't left and that you wished she had stayed, stuck it out. The only reason you stuck it out is because you needed that check to clear. The nerve of you. You are a disappointment. Not, and matter of fact, I'm not even going to talk about say Erika's a disappointment because I'm never surprised. I'm going to leave it there. I'm never surprised. But you, Boz, if all this turns out to be true, that is the big disappointment. Somebody wrote a comment. I'm going to read the comment and then I'm going to go. You are such a disappointment and you have to be one of the biggest letdowns on reality TV. The way you came into this group and aligned yourself against at Garcelle purposefully and then act as though you want to show that you both can exist in this space is the personalities of hypocrisy. Your interactions with Erika on Watch What Happens Live literally confirm what everyone was thinking. All the rumors that have been coming out about how you treat Black women in corporate America have been given a leg to stand on based on the way you have treated Garcelle. To be such a boss and have the real colonizers of Beverly Hills turn you into the help was heartbreaking. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Some of you may say, well, that comment was a little harsh. How can we assume all that? I'll tell you, I agree with a lot of what they said. Again, if all these rumors are true, and just to watch her sit next to Erika and just kiki about that. And again, if what we have heard turned out to be true regarding this reunion, yeah. And I feel like you ever have a post that you post and you were like, oh, this might not age well. I posted a picture of Garcelle and Boz looking at each other at Erika's diamond party, Denim and Diamonds party. And I said, I loved it. I loved what I thought was their genuine connection, it seemed. Only to find out that evidently Erika and Boz been having a conversation about Garcelle leaving. And as Erika said, won't he do it? They got their wish. Shout out to Garcelle for leaving on her own terms. Somebody came under one of my threads and said Garcelle was fired. Clearly, it's now been confirmed that she quit. That was clearly confirmed on Watch What Happens Live. And I'm going to tell y'all, based on some of y'all's reactions to Garcelle leaving, but I've said this before, depending on what site you go on, the racism truly jumps out when it comes to Garcelle. Whether you like her or not, I didn't agree with everything. I wasn't always in agreement with her on this show, for sure. But I'm not always in agreement with every housewife. But what I can't stand by and do is just watch the way this Black woman is being treated by some viewers, and again, by some of her cast, some of which seem to look like her. Garcelle, you knew when it was time to get up from the table, and you could afford to get up from the table and walk away on your own terms. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Erika's out here hoping they bet it all on Blonde and that she gets an opportunity to be able to come up out of the casita into a home. In the words of Monique from Potomac, Garcelle has 2 homes. How many do you own, Erika? Disappointed. Girl, if you don't get out of here. All right, y'all, I'm going to go because I could keep going on and on. I love y'all so much. I will talk to y'all later. And listen, if you don't agree with me, you don't have to. All of my feelings are just coming out of the disappointment. The Watch What Happens Live that I saw last night. Just when you see, for me, when you see a woman and a Black woman at that working hard and they're able to accomplish the things, the homes that they want, whatever it is that they can. And then this white woman comes in and tries to minimize. Don't get me wrong, Erika's casita is beautiful. But the nerve you have. Again, like I said before, it may be in Bakersfield, but she didn't have to get it off her back and then get it snatched out from under her because it was never hers to begin with. Shout out to you, Garcelle. Again, you got to walk away. You got to get up from the table on your terms when you wanted to. Some of these women can't say the same. Sutton, buckle up, Buttercup, because they coming for you next season. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. See ya.